Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay, great. Sorry about that, guys. I shouldn't have any more problems with my computer uploading stuff. I ended up just getting a whole new thing. I was having some issues. So hopefully, for whatever reason, it defaulted my microphone. But I hope you guys are all doing okay. We do have some new cases. There are some other cases that I want to keep going over because they are definitely have a little bit of movement or just trying to really keep them out in the public's eyes and everything. So if you guys have any cases that you'd like me to get covered and get some flyers out on, please let me know. So the first case that I want to cover again is Remus Yazzie. He is missing out of Farmington, New Mexico on January 5th, 2022. He was 29 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is now 31 years old. He is 6 foot tall and weighs 220 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. Remus has a tattoo on his left side of his neck that says skate and destroy, and Snoopy on the top of his house on the right forearm. They're pictured there below on the bottom of this flyer as well as up on the screen. Remus is enrolled in the Navajo Nation tribe. Remus had been released from the hospital due to him and another person being in an accident. He had texted his mother possibly the same day or the day before the accident from a person's phone, possibly a girlfriend, but the loved ones do not know her name and have never met. The text said that he was going to go to a funeral in Gallup, New Mexico on January 5th of 2022. The last time family had physically seen him was New Year's Eve and early New Year's morning in 2022. There has not been any further contact from Remus since that text on January 5th of 2022. It is out of character for Remus to not have contact with his loved ones. He does not have a phone or an ID on him. He has not been active on social media. Remus is known to frequently be at the Brookside Park in Farmington Park and enjoys skateboarding. There have been multiple searches for Remus, and one search found a partial body part, which was his hand, was located, and it is confirmed to be Remus's. He is still considered missing. Law enforcement is still taking this case as an active case, and they are not making any presumptions that he is deceased. So it is very much believed that he still is alive. So I definitely want to point that out. Just because they do find partial body parts does not mean that a person is deceased. And I definitely want to emphasize that in Remus's case is that yes, they still do believe that he is alive. If you have any information regarding Remus's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Farmington, New Mexico Police Department at 505-599-1070. So again, multiple searches have been done for him, and they have located his hand. Allison, you still can't hear me? Are you guys able to hear me? Someone said hello, but I'm not for sure who that is. If you guys want to let me know, let me know. But please let me know. Someone said they can hear me. Allison, are you not able to hear me? Because it shows that my microphone is working. Hi, Ellen. And you can hear me. Okay. Hi, Jane. How are you? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next case since several people are saying they can't hear me. So this next case is Noah Navarre Jr. out of Barley, California. He went missing on September 23rd of 2022. He was 31 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is now 32. He is 5'5", 165 pounds. He is bald and has brown eyes. He has been diagnosed with schizophrenia. He does have a tattoo of an Aztec symbol on his right eyebrow that you can see there in the pictures. And the date 12/18, 2019 in Roman numerals on his right hand. And the date 12/7 of 2013 in Roman numerals in his left hand. Noah's 2018 gray Nissan Maxima was found abandoned and it was burned on a rural trail in San Jacinto Mountains in Hemet, California on September 23rd of 2022. There is a picture of his car. If you have any information regarding Noah's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Riverside, California Sheriff's Department at 951-791-3400 or Barley County Police Department at 760-344-2111. I will tell you there is a page for him that is out there. If anybody would like to go and join that page, keeping up on his case, as well as giving support to the family of him. I know they are very active at trying to keep his name out there and his case open for him. Yes. If you're talking about Remus, yes, Remus's, it was a positive ID. It was his hand that they did find. You're welcome. So yeah, it was, and like I said, according to, law enforcement, is they still are looking for him and they are not making any assumptions. They still believe that he is alive, that he could be alive. Just because they found his hand does not mean that he's deceased or they're looking at it at that way at all. So they are still very much actively looking. The family is very hopeful that he is still alive as well. So if you guys could share, all the flyers, actually, sharing all these flyers out there for the families and the loved ones. And if you know anything, say something. You can always be anonymous. You can leave a message for me if you want. A lot of law enforcement are anonymous, just reach out and let someone know something if you know anything. But like I said, they have done several searches for Remus. This next case is Andrea Michelle Knable. She is missing out of Louisville, Kentucky. She went missing on August 13th of 2019. She was 37 years old when she disappeared. She is now 41. She's 5'7", 180 pounds, brown hair, and hazel eyes. At the time, she did have some blonde highlights in her hair. She does have a scar on her face. Andrea was last seen wearing a light colored tank top, white cotton shorts, Nike tennis shoes, size 8.5. She was carrying a flat white purse she kept in her back pocket and her cell phone. She was last seen on foot in the area of the 4000 block of Fincastle Road in Louisville, Kentucky at 1 a.m. It has been said that she was heading to her mother's house. She has had no contact with loved ones or activity on her social media. It is out of the ordinary. Andrea's phone and her flat purse have not been found. There is a series, Finding Andrea, which is about this case. She was a missing persons advocate. She was very active as an advocate of the missing, even up to the time that she disappeared. This case is very active. If you have any information regarding Andrea's disappearance or her whereabouts, please call the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department at 502-574-7111 or TLPI Investigations at 502-427-1010. Like I said, her case is still very active, and if you have any tips on her case, please reach out to law enforcement or to the private investigating agency that is working on her case. Her family and loved ones, there are several different uh, Facebook sites and stuff that are up for Andrea. Just to let you guys know, if you want to follow the case at all, I just always encourage people, if you do that, if there's anything that you see or tips, please get that over to law enforcement immediately or private investigators that are working on their cases. This next case is a case that I came across. And again, it reminds me of another case that I've covered before, that the pregnant mother and child still have not been found. And now here's another one that I've came across that I have not seen a whole lot of activity out on social media. This is Sissy Lee Collins. She went missing on July 1st of 2023 out of Gastonia, North Carolina. She is 25 years old, 5'9", 200 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. She was 9 months pregnant at the time of her disappearance. She does have some mental health needs. Sissy was last known to be at her home in the 700 block of Forest Drive in Gastonia, North Carolina. She was wearing a white shirt and black shorts. If you have any information regarding Sissy's disappearance or her whereabouts, please call 911 or the Gastonia, North Carolina Police Department at 704-854-6651. I know a lot of people have asked, they find it weird, or people that go missing when they're pregnant. There have been several cases out there. I always consider a pregnant mother that goes missing, that is just a high risk situation. Like I said, there's another mother that is still out there that is missing as well. She was 9 months pregnant at the time. And now here we have another case. They are not in the same state or anything like that. But if you guys could keep sharing their information and everything out there. If you know anything about, a girl having a baby that looks like her or anything like that, just please contact law enforcement as soon as you can. One of the things I want to make announcement before I share the next two cases is I did start a unidentified and unclaimed Facebook page. The reason I find this very important is for all the families that are out there that you never know. I know a lot of people, there's law enforcement that'll say, oh, if someone that is found or located that could be a possibility, will get notified. That's not true. They don't always get notified of a lot of places, people that are located. In case of point, there was a case just here the last few weeks that the young gentleman had been circulated around. They were trying to find his family. This was out in Tennessee. And someone that saw that noticed that he was out in NamUs as an unclaimed individual that he had passed. And he was unclaimed and he was found in California. I want to be able to give another outlook. There are several really, really good Facebook groups and stuff, pages out there that cover a lot of the unidentified and unclaimed individuals, or trying to get them identified. One thing that I will warn you, by getting on those pages, or even the one that I set up, which is called Guardian Voice of the Unidentified. The only thing that I want to have posted there are unidentified or unclaimed individuals. So it's definitely kept to just that. Is there are graphic pictures that are on there. So just be cautious of that there are some difficult pictures of people that, are deceased, but they're trying to get them to their next of kin. So hopefully all of you guys will go out and join that page, start sharing some of that stuff. If you know there's cases out there of unidentified, or if there's articles, I don't mind having articles out there if human remains have been found. I know this is definitely a topic we don't like to discuss. It is not this what we want to be the end result in a missing persons case, but I did want to definitely let you guys know I did start that page. I changed the color of the flyers and everything. I know I still have the one behind me for the unidentified Jane Doe. I will show you her new flyer that I have done and get that changed over. But definitely the other thing that I would say, just because someone is found in one state doesn't mean that it couldn't be your loved one from where they went missing. Just case in point of this other individual that was last in Tennessee, and then they found him deceased, and he had gotten put in the database of NamUs, and someone was kind enough to let the platform admin know about it, and he has been relocated with his family, I believe. And someone contacted, so sad. It is. A lot of these cases are very heart-wrenching. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. The next two are going to be unclaimed individuals. So I did go ahead and post them out on both the group page for Guardian Voice of the Missing and the page, but they're also out on the new page, the Guardian Voice of the Unidentified. The first one that I want to start out with is out of Oklahoma. This is David Lee Turnbull. He was located in Tulsa, Oklahoma on July 23rd of 2023. He is a white Caucasian male with gray and partial gray hair and brown eyes. He was in a motor vehicle accident and he was pronounced deceased at the local hospital. Officials are looking for his loved ones. So if you know David or his loved ones, please contact the Oklahoma Office of the Chief Medical Examiner of the Eastern Division at 918-295-3400. His case number is there at the bottom of this flyer, as well as the NamUs case number as well. Those are all important to give if you do happen to know him. But I kind of felt like it was something to get more of those cases out there to help, locate some of the loved ones. So like I said, he is on all three pages. If you guys can get him shared, that would be great, and get him with his loved ones. This next case is out of Colorado. He too is an unclaimed person. John Wayne Hall was found on July 1st, 2023. He is a male, white Caucasian. Don't know weight or height, brown hair, brown eyes. He had passed away at the Swedish Medical Center in Denver, Colorado. It was believed that he was experiencing homelessness. Officials are looking for his next of kin. If you know John or his loved ones, please call the Denver Office of the Medical Examiner at 720-337-7800 and see if we can get his loved ones located and get him back to his loved ones. If you guys have any questions, feel free to type in those questions. I'd love to know how you guys feel about me doing flyers for unclaimed and unidentified individuals. If you guys think that is a good thing, that you guys like that idea, and having the website, I always like to get feedback on how you guys feel, how I'm presenting these cases. If there's anything that you would like to have me do more, or I guess even less, but even more, how you guys feel about starting out that page and doing flyers. I always like to get your guys' feedback. Is he from Colorado? That I'm not for sure. That was not information that I found, but I could try to see if I could find out for sure. They do believe that he was homeless there. So now whether he is from somewhere else, I will look into that. I will try to see if I could get more information other than what they had put out in the database. to see if they thought for sure if he was from that area, and I could get back to you guys on that. And definitely a good thing. I'm not for sure who said that. Okay. I'm glad that you guys think that it's a good thing to do. Okay. The next case, this is another case that I had found. Frederick Wade Murray. He is missing out of Seaside, California on July 22nd of 2023. He is 66 years old, 5'11", 280 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes, but as you can see in those pictures that he does have, his head is bald. Frederick was last known to be in the Seaside area and had left unexpectedly, leaving all of his personal belongings behind. His vehicle was located in the Big Sur on July 26 of 2023. There is concern that he is in need of medical attention. If you have any information regarding Frederick's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Pacific Grove, California Police Department at 831-647-7900. There's been a lot of cases here lately. Finding vehicles and then locating people, or a lot of people that are missing that are in need of medical attention. They don't have their medicine and stuff like that. So I definitely, the more of these cases that we can get done and passed out, you know, and around and everything, get these individuals to be seen. Hopefully we can get them all located. And I appreciate all of your guys' help that you guys do and sharing and getting information out. I'm sorry, guys. I've had like a busy day. I'm trying to stay focused. How can us advocates help you with your platform? The biggest thing that I think is sharing flyers, letting me know about cases. I'm constantly online trying to find cases, get more information out to you guys to share on cases. If there's families that are willing to talk to me, I do have contact with several families looking into their cases, working with other individuals to get information on their cases to help move them along, whether they need to be pushed farther, working with law enforcement. So if there is ever a case that you guys see that you think, hey, you know, let's, you know, I feel like this needs to have more, let me know. Someone had put, you already have a lot on your plate though. Yeah, I know. But it doesn't matter how much I have on my plate. I want to help locate people, help get justice for individuals and stuff like that. So like I said, I do work with other advocates and law enforcement, private investigators, stuff like that. So digging into cases, we're trying to get, you know, records on some of these cases and, you know, get more information out to help get people located and stuff. Hi, Claire. I'm glad you finally made it to a podcast because I know you're always working. So just let me know if you're a family member and you feel like I need to have a little bit more on a flyer. Let me know. Just anything that I can do. So like I said, some information on some of the cases. I know a lot more than what I've put out there, but I am big on protecting the privacy of the case, and we don't want to ever jeopardize the case that is out there. Also protecting the family. And stuff like that. So some stuff I can't reveal, but just the biggest thing, like, it's just sharing. Like I have families that share every day, whether it's their loved one or someone else. I have advocates. I have just people in general. They may not even have a missing person. It's just sharing. Keeping cases out there in everybody's eyes is so important. I cannot stress it enough. Again, I always tell people you don't have to be as crazy as some of us advocates. that are out there that are always constantly sharing and everything like that. But even if you could share 1 or 2 flyers a day, that would be amazing. I know that the families would be greatly appreciative of you sharing the flyers, but just keeping their cases in the eyes, because you never know who is going to see it and who might remember something. And I know that this is so draining on families, especially as we go from a month to 6 months to a year to over a year to 2 to 5 to 10. But there has been a lot of breaks in a lot of cases that are 20 plus years old, that they are identifying people and they are getting them back, um, to their loved ones, and getting a lot of cases solved out there. So to the families, I pray for you guys every day. Um, you guys can contact me. I'm always a great ear to listen to you guys and stuff. But the biggest thing for you guys is, I know it's so hard to take care of yourselves, but you got to take care of yourselves, because this can be a really long process. I wish I could snap my fingers and everybody would be found and back to their loved ones. That would be great. And if anything happened, justice can be served to them. So that's the biggest thing. I think it's just sharing, and then just letting me know about cases, so I can get them out there, or share them over to Guardian and stuff. So that's probably the biggest. Sorry, I went on a little rant. I would say, are you talking about the? I know I have it. The little hands, the hand sign that someone can do if they're needing help. I would say, if you are able to, definitely, I would immediately call 911. Um, I know I would probably approach the person, but I don't. I mean, it can be dangerous. That's the biggest thing. You have to do stuff as safely as possible. If I don't want to tell anybody to approach the person, but I would immediately, if you do see that hand signal that does indicate that someone is in trouble, I would immediately, if you could take pictures of the individuals, and get those pictures, call 911, let them know where you are. Try to get as much detail as you possibly can. If they get in a vehicle, taking a picture of that vehicle. But I don't want to suggest anybody to approach anybody, because you never know who. But there have been several individuals that have seen people that are in distress, or using that hand signal, or someone's trying to pull them into a car, and they've actually approached and stuff like that. But I don't want to tell you guys to do that. I would suggest, for the safety, please take pictures, and I would immediately call law enforcement and let them know what you saw and everything. Thank you, whoever said that all the work they do, the appreciation for all the work they do. You are most welcome. What is the name of my cold case? I have not started a cold case group yet. I probably should. I do like to do a lot of the older cases, and get that information out there, because it's, yeah, the cold cases are definitely interesting. Hi, Ellen. And yes, I've really enjoyed getting to know Ellen and more about Dana, which we are going to cover her case again tonight. I would love to see her, Dana, I'm sorry, to see her located, for you, Ellen, and also for her children. So definitely keeping her name out there is something I definitely want to get done. So this next case is Kendra Nicole Batillo. She is missing out of Eden, Oklahoma. She went missing on July 5th of 2022. At the time of her disappearance, she was 24. She is now 25, 5'8", 115 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. As you can see in that big picture, her hair is black, It is short or buzz, but she does wear a lot of different colored wigs, as you can see in several of the pictures on her flyer. She does have both of her ears pierced, and she does have dimples. She is enrolled in the Muskogee Creek Nation. Kendra does have mental health and substance abuse issues. Kendra was staying at a residence in the 1400 block of West Randolph in Enid, Oklahoma. She last had contact by phone to a loved one at midnight on July 7th, 2022. There was a report that she was last seen on July 20th, 2022, knocking on the door of a house in Pawnee, Oklahoma, and asked the resident there for a glass of water. But when the individual at that home found out that she was missing, she did report it to Enid police. It is reported that it is unusual for Kendra to not have contact with her loved ones or be active on social media. Her cell phone goes straight to voicemail. Her social media accounts have had no activity, and her loved ones have not heard from her. A few days prior of her disappearance, there was a bond hearing for her boyfriend at the time for a domestic abuse case, which Kendra was the victim. Foul play is suspected. If you have any information regarding Kendra's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Enid Police Department at 580-242-7000. And there's been several things on her case of possibilities of where she could be. It is still a very active case that is being worked. If anybody knows about Kendra, her whereabouts, and if Kendra, if you're out there, please reach out to your loved ones. This next case is Michael Maurice Rustin out of Salisbury, North Carolina. He went missing on April 19th of 2009. He is 33 years old at the time that he disappeared, and he is now 47 years old. He does have his ears pierced and is missing several of his teeth. Michael has the following tattoos. On his chest, it says Metro. Right arm has a G representing life. Right forearm has a sword. Right arm with the words established in 1975. Left forearm says love. Right forearm says war. Left hand has a bomb. Right hand has the initials PM. Top left arm has top shotas. Right arm has a $sign, and the right arm has letters ESP. Michael may go by the name Mike or Mikey. Michael was last seen on surveillance footage in a parking lot of Latin Mix convenience store in the 900 block of Fulton Avenue in Salisbury, North Carolina. A Hispanic man was seen entering Michael's vehicle and removing an unknown item. He left in a blue Chevy Impala with two Hispanic men. When the vehicle was searched, which this was Michael's vehicle, when they searched, the only item that was missing was his cell phone. His identification and personal items were still in his car. He was reported missing at 11:30 p.m., and he was last seen wearing a light gray white Dickies t-shirt, a dark gray sweatpants, black boots, and a brown and yellow and red beaded necklace. He has never been seen or heard from again. I know they have done some searches for him that have came out with nothing. They were unable to locate him. Foul play is suspected. If you have any information regarding Michael's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Salisbury, North Carolina Police Department at 704-638-5333. Again, this is an older case. I always like to try to get them out and get them re-seen. This next case is out of Oregon. For people that have not seen my podcast before or my flyers, you will see the red handprint that is a symbol of Indigenous missing people. So this individual is Pauline Ann Ashana. She is missing out of Medford, Oregon on October 20th of 2022. Pauline was 53 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is now 54. She is 5'2" tall and weighs 130 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. She does have a scar on her left leg. Her tribal affiliation is Inuit. Pauline was last seen by her family on or around April of 2017 in Medford, Oregon. She had updated her Oregon ID card on October 20th of 2022 and had listed her registered address in Portland, Oregon. Pauline's ID card was found in Clackamas County in Oregon on December 22nd of 2022. However, Pauline was not present at that time and has not been seen or heard from since. If you have any information regarding Pauline's disappearance or know the whereabouts, please call the Jackson County, Oregon Sheriff's Department at 541-774-6800. I know by talking about the different stuff on her case, it's kind of confusing, but a lot of times, families aren't able to see each other for quite a while. So, her family hadn't seen her since 2017, but there is proof that she did update her ID in 2022. So if anybody knows any information about Pauline, please reach out to law enforcement and let them know. This next case is out of Odessa, Texas. This is Rebecca Demery. Someone from one of my last podcasts had asked me to look into her story, and I have been in contact with her loved ones and trying to help get Rebecca located. She went missing on March 1st of 2023. She is 32 years old, 5'5", weighs 190 pounds. She has brown hair and hazel eyes. She does have a mole on the side of her neck. She does wear glasses. She always wears a gold necklace and does not wear earrings, even though her ears are pierced. She has a tongue ring and a tattoo on her right arm. She does go by Becky. Rebecca had contact with her loved ones every day. And when I stress every day, she talked to her loved ones every day. She last spoke on the phone February 28th of 2023. It was reported that she went to the hospital, had called and asked for a ride on the 28th. She walked out of the hospital with an unknown individual. It is reported that there's no surveillance footage on who she walked out with, which I don't know. Most hospitals have surveillance, but she walked out with somebody. She sent a loved one. Loved one sent her a text on March 1st of 2023, and they never got a response from her. I will tell you that Rebecca knows nobody in Odessa, Texas. Not one person. Rebecca was last seen wearing a long sleeve gray shirt and with plaid hem, black pants, and gray athletic shoes with white soles. She was carrying a black and teal duffel backpack, which you can see in that picture. She had been seen approximately at 0350 hours in southeast Odessa. Foul play is suspected on her case. If you have any information regarding Rebecca's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Odessa, Texas Police Department at 432-335-4609. Again, there's a lot with her case. Family is desperate to find her. This is really hard because she was last seen in Odessa. She doesn't know anybody in Odessa, despite some things that have been said. She doesn't have family in Odessa, anything like that. So if anybody knows anything, I know that they're looking at trying to see if they could get some searches done for her as well. That's about as far as I can say on her case at this point. But please get her flyer circulating around. I had not heard of her case until someone had mentioned that I should cover it. So definitely, if you guys could get her flyer around, because I have not really seen it circulating around at all. And I know her family would be greatly appreciated if any help that they can get. So this next case I came across is Santiago Lloyd Manzul Hizar. I'm not good at pronouncing some names, so I apologize. He is missing out of Oakland, California on February 9th, 2023. He's 26 years old, 6 foot, 400 pounds. He has sandy, blonde, brownish hair, and blue eyes. He does wear glasses, and he doesn't have any tattoos, but he does have lung conditions and has difficulty breathing. He is on the autism spectrum with intellect and cognitive delays. I'm so sorry, guys. Santiago had left his home that he was at near Oakland Zoo in the late afternoon on February 3rd of 2023. It is reported that he may have left with someone that he met on a video game. None of his family members have heard from him. He does not have a cell phone, and he may have traveled out of state. There had been an update that he was last known to be in the Columbus, Ohio in May of 2023. That is according to what law enforcement has released. Santiago is a high-risk missing person. If you have any information regarding Santiago's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call 911 or the Oakland, California Police Department at 510-238-3641. His case just really caught my eye. Here we have an individual that had left his home. Other stuff that had been released, I did not add it to the flyer, is that he had made a comment to the director or someone at the home that he was at, that he was moving and he wasn't coming back. The biggest concern here, like his health issues, when I see people that have, mental health issues, medical issues, and they are missing and they do not have their medication, that concerns me greatly. That says a lot. And here we have someone who is autistic. There's several different cases that are out there where the individual may be an adult, but they do not think like an adult. And that just puts them at an even higher risk of people being able to groom them, lure them, get them to go with them, stuff like that, which that is a concern on this case, is someone he met online. I know everybody, worries about like the Snapchatting and Instagram and all that stuff, but the video games, those are like really good, really, I don't want to say good places. But for a predator, they are high places to be able to groom individuals and to talk to individuals and, get them to leave where they're at and stuff like that, whether they're an adult or a child. So you have to, be really careful on who you're talking online, whether you're an adult or a child. If you're a parent, you need to help monitor who your kids are talking to. I have, I know kids that have grown up, or my own individual, that even up into, their adulthood or anything like that, that say, yeah, there's people on there that are creepy, and they immediately will, get rid of them if they get into a chat or anything like that. So just making sure that, we're watching, who people are talking to. I would say if you have a missing person and they are a gamer and they have a gamer tag, that is something that I would definitely let law enforcement know. I think it's something that we don't think of in certain cases. But if you know any type of social media that someone's on and what their social media account is, but also like if you know their gamer tag, if they're out on Discord or anything like that, that is good information for law enforcement to know. I agree. I hope we can find everybody. That's my goal. I would love to find everybody, most definitely. Um, Especially the families. My heart just hurts for the families that are out there. Here's a case that I covered a while back, and he is still missing. This is Trevor Collins. He's missing out of Florence, Missouri on November 29th of 2021. He was 14 years old when he went missing. He is now 16. 5'4", 142 pounds. This is at the time he was went missing. He has brown hair, hazel eyes, and that's all I have on him. So if you have any information regarding Trevor's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Florence, Missouri Police Department at 314-831-7000. If his family's out there and they could give me more information on his case, um, I would greatly update his case as well. Do you guys have any questions out there? These are all the ones that I have. I did not upload. I did recently share the unidentified Jade Doe out of Portland, Oregon, her new flyer. I didn't get it put up today. I will have another podcast. I'm already working on my podcast for next week. I kind of had some thoughts, maybe just doing a podcast as well with just the unclaimed and unidentified, and having a podcast that's just dedicated to that. Like I said, I just want to caution you that some of the pictures that are out there are they're a little difficult to see. Like some of the cases I've seen, like they were hit by a car. They were walking and they were hit by a car. Um, but I mean, the biggest thing for me of digging more into that is I want to help locate a loved one. It just saddens me how many. I think when I looked on NamUs, there's almost 16,000 unclaimed individuals that are just, sitting in a morgue type facility. And I just think that they should be able to be back with their loved ones and be laid to rest in peace, and not, just be a number or whatever. And I can't remember what the unidentified was. One thing I'll say, a lot of law enforcement are really rocking it out on NamUs right now, really getting new cases out there, but they're also updating a lot of the old cases that are out on NamUs. So I do have to give a shout out to some of the law enforcement that you guys are really using that database now and getting that information out, which really helps us get people located. Oh, Alexander, hang on a minute. Yeah, I forgot. Where is he at? Let me grab Alexander's case. He is missing out of Louisville, Kentucky. Hang on one moment, you guys. I don't know why that didn't grab him. Sorry about that, Jane. Okay, I do have another case for you guys. This one I definitely really, 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 really want you guys to share this case. There's high concern on his case. This is Alexander Hammond out of Louisville, Kentucky. He is 14 years old, 5'5", 120 pounds, blonde hair and blue eyes. However, that picture has long hair. He had recently cut his hair short. Alexander was last seen wearing a black shirt, black hat, and black pants. He was wearing blue and orange New Balance shoes. He does have a red billfold. He may be in the company of an adult male named Chris. And Chris is maybe in his 30s, and it was reported that Alexander said that he wanted to stay with him. He had been, when I first did his flyer, he had been active on social media. I am not sure if that has changed here in the last few days. Alexander is considered in danger. Alexander could be in the Churchill Downs area or near Preston Highway area there in Kentucky. If you have any information regarding Alexander's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call 911 or the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department at 502-574-5673, or you can call TLIP. And let me get that number real quick. I need to. Jane, can you pop up your information for TLIP? She is looking into his case as well, but there's really a high concern that he may be in danger. So if you guys can please share his flyer, that would be great. It always concerns me when an individual, especially a child, is with a adult. That concerns me highly. To be dangerous, and he is only 14 years old. A 14-year-old has no business running around with grown individuals. Let me give you guys real quick. Okay, so TLPI investigations number is 502-427-1010. Again, if you have any information on Alexander, they're out of Louisville, Kentucky. If you have any information to his whereabouts, please give local law enforcement, the Louisville, Kentucky Police Department, call them, or TLPI investigations, and let's hopefully get him home and safe. Just get him safe wherever, because it just worries me at 14 to be, not somewhere safe at all. I do have the unidentified Jane Doe. This is not the new flyer for her, but I do have a new flyer out for her. And she was one of the 6 individuals that they did find in the area of Multnomah County there around Portland, Oregon on April 24th is when they found her of 2023. She's a female adult, up to 40 years old, 5'1", 135 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. She is believed to be a Hispanic, Latino, American Indian, Alaskan Native, Hawaiian, or Pacific Islander. She was wearing, as you could see in those pictures, she was wearing different jewelry and stuff. She had that thick black leather cuff with silver gamuts, silver metal ring with white round stone, a pearl, clear stones on either side, copper metal ring with green and white yin yang disc designed with hearts, yellow metal clip with red green stones, and teal colored rubber band bracelet stating Tahaki. She was wearing black sweatpants, shiny Adidas black and white low top tennis shoes, floral black and blue long sleeve t-shirt, green long sleeve t-shirt, black and white full zip shirt, and blue jeans. She does have those 2 tattoos, and you can see the locations on her body where they were located. The V with a musical note intertwined on the left front shoulder above the collarbone. The seated cross-legged Buddha figure was partially readable lettering, and the only part that they could decipher was never forgotten. There was a couple other words after that they weren't able to figure out what that said. If you have any information regarding Jane Doe or her identity, please call the Portland, Oregon Police Bureau at 503-823-0444 or 0400, or the Oregon State Police Medical Examiner's Office at 971-673-8200. And that is my last case that I'm going to cover tonight. I know I've had a couple of people approach me on some individual podcasts and stuff like that. Those could be coming out as well. I have done a few individual podcasts on some cases, some different cases out there. If you're a family member that wants to do that, I have no problem doing a podcast with family members and stuff like that. If there's anything else I could do to help you guys, please let me know. There's several advocates that are on tonight that are willing to help do stuff as well. For me, the new page, if you guys could go out, share it, invite people to that new unidentified page, that would be great. I would like to see it grow. And like I said, I might possibly do a podcast just covering those individuals as well. I'll probably definitely try to throw a few in here. I don't know. Some of the graphic stuff, I always get concerned to share, but they will be out on the page. I did put a little disclaimer out there that, some of the stuff could be pretty graphic. Some of the cases are just going to be closed articles or stuff that they found that could hopefully identify who they are and stuff. So again, if there are any cases out there that you guys want covered, like I said, I got Rebecca's case from someone who made a comment saying that I should cover her case. Definitely am glad that they pointed that out, and I was able to get her case out there because I do not see a lot of coverage for her. Just with all the cases, guys, please keep sharing. The families, thank you so much for, being open and sharing your loved ones' cases. I know this is extremely hard for you guys, especially the families that I have talked to and everything. My heart definitely goes out to you guys. If there's no other questions, comments, just let me know. And you guys have a wonderful night, and God bless.